Hey fellow video game music lovers, JTag here from Mandolin Deep Cuts. Today we are going to be taking a look at one of the best tunes from the 90s. You guessed it, Pokémon Center theme. I absolutely believe that. I'm been teaching a fairly simple version of this tune and we're going to build to something more complex along the way. I got dots, I got taps, I got backing tracks, but you don't need any of that. You can play this version of the tune, which is the Kanto version, with the original soundtrack that you can find anywhere on the internet. So stick around and let's hear this version of the tune. Little bit of background about this tune. It was written by Junichi Masuda over at Game Freak back in the 90s. It's extremely simple and it's been revamped so many times in all the different mainline versions of the Pokemon games. I've left a link below, but you can take a listen to like a samba version, a super cool reharmonized jazz version. If you're into Pokemon music, give that link a listen, right? So let's take a little bit of time to understand how this tune works. How does it work from like a music theory perspective? Analyzing this tune a little bit, you can see that it's in the key of D, C sharp and F sharp, right? Two different sharps, extremely common key signature. You should know these by heart, right? We are in an AABB form, so that means there's an A section with some stuff that gets repeated, and there's a B section with some stuff that gets repeated. And for chords, it's just 1, 4, 5, baby. Not exactly in that order, but you're just gonna play D, A, and G while you're playing with this tune, and it's gonna start matching. You'll figure out the exact order. Yeah, let's get to the tune itself. So folks, let's get this party started. We've got an A section, we've got a B section, and for each section, I've divided it into 4 distinct phrases that I'll call out with numbers along the way. The first phrase starts out as follows. So nothing too crazy. We got this nice jump above the staff, that high A. Right? I like to let this lower D string ring. And I hit this nice double stop with the 2 and 4. It's this E on the C sharp. And if you're feeling excitable, you can throw on this 2 on the G string to give you that low A. Right? So it'll give you a nice sound of... Yeah. I do like the way that sounds. On to the next phrase. There we go. And it's just the C sharp down to the A, up to that high F sharp. So for this A.2 phrase, we have an easy place that we can do a nice chord, right? And so we can add this D chord on the high F sharp, and it's at the beginning and the end of the phrase, honestly. And I love to let that lower D string ring as a nice pedal. Right? Playing 8.1 and 8.2 together. Sounds nice. On to 8.3. It's the same as 8.1 actually. So we don't need to do anything there, folks. If we just got a hang of 8.1, we can do this next phrase perfectly. And we will go up into 8.4. It's very similar to 8.2, but it's got a slightly different ending. Right? I like to do basically the same open string D chord there, and I do this 4/5 double stop. And if you're really into it, you can add that low A on it with your thumb, or play it that way, right? So that's 2/4/5 on that low D chord. We have a nice walk up into the B section. So let's have the entire A section relatively slowly, not too complicated. Excellent. On to the B section. For the B section, we have this high F sharp into this high A, super easy. And then we get into this, right? If we want to make this a little more fun, we can add a full open D chord, 2/0/0/2. And then we can add, I call this just an A chord, right? 2/2/4/5. So we'll start off with I think of that as an as an A power chord, I think. 2/0/0. But you don't have to add that. You can just do that open double stop of the open A string and the open E string. Taking us back to B1. Nice. On to B2. We have not too crazy. But if we want to add in some chords, this is actually the most difficult area in the entire tune, in my personal opinion. I have to add on a 2/2/4, right? And then we have this 2/2/7, 2/4/5. You know, if you figure out some different chords that work for you, that's great. It's this next stretch. It's this octave 2/7, really, right? Yeah, let's play them both together, the B1 and the B2. Nice. Moving on to B3. It's the same as B1 with a little bit of a twist at the end. Right? So we can start this off with those same two chords to ornament it. And then I call this an E minor chord. Yeah, 4/4/5/7. It's kind of a reach. For me personally, I find that with these chord melodies or chord medleys in general, I kind of have to memorize them a little bit in order for my hand to get where I want it to get to fast enough. You may encounter similar problems, but you may just be smarter or a better player than me. So again, B3. And then we'll end the entire tune with B4 phrase.
Sounds nice. If we want to ornament it a little bit, we got some options. We could do 4 on the A string here and 5 on the E to start us off. But you can also do just open on the A string. It's your choice, honestly. Never, if you're taking a repeat, always play it different the second time. That's like a fundamental rule of music. And so it's good to have options there, right? So I do a full-on G chord there. And then we end with a, right, 2, 4, 5. Taking B3 and B4 together. Fantastic. That's the tune, folks. Let's play the whole thing through. The simple version, nice and easy, nice and slow.
Thanks everyone for stopping by. Hopefully this tutorial was super effective. I'm gonna turn this music down actually. It's a little bit loud. There we go. Let me know in the comments if there's other tunes that you want me to be playing. I've got my own list, but hearing from you would absolutely make me change my tune. I've also got an iTunes and Spotify with some fun music on there. I've got a Discord server with hundreds of Mandolin mad people. I've also got a Patreon if you want to support me there. With all of that said, thank you so much for listening and watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.